So hello, welcome to another tutorial. If you're hearing sound, please I turned on the fan. The heat is a lot. So today we're going to be doing a beret, and of course you're going to be needing your yarn. This is a yarn brand. It's made in Nigeria products, and it is acrylic fiber. So this is what we're going to be using for the project. It's a beret. So you're going to be using your 4.0 millimeter hook, your scissors, and of course tape measure. So sit back, relax, let's get into the video. Okay, so to start with, we are going to do a magic ring. To be honest, I don't even know how magic ring you I think it just comes to you, but I'll try to explain. So wrap your yarn across the two fingers in the middle this way, make an X. Your hook, pull it through from the back and pull the long yarn this way. So from here, honestly, it gets better. So you pull it through this way. I usually just pinch and then I wrap around my finger on my tension ring, and then I adjust until it is like small on my hook, and then I start to walk like that. I just hope that you get it. If not, just keep working on it, you get there. All right, so after that you're going to do a chain one. So the way I make my double crochet is really different. I do a single crochet this way, and then I go into the second loop here on this side, and then I make another single crochet on top of it, so that counts as one double crochet. So we're going to do 12 double crochet into that magic ring, right? So we've already done one, so we're going to do 11 more. So I'm going to meet you when I'm almost here. So let's count together. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12. This is the last one, right? So you take this yarn and then you pull it close, pull it really close, and then you go on the top of the first double crochet that we made. You make a slip stitch. So this is what we have at first. So to do the second row, we're going to make a double crochet inside that place where we made our slip stitch. So remember how we do the double crochet, one single crochet, and to the next, this one here, you're going to make another single crochet like so, and this is our first double crochet. So what to do next is to go around this double crochet and make a front post double crochet like this, right? So this is the first double crochet, so this is the second front post double crochet. So the next thing to do is to go into the second space, into the second double crochet. So you move this double crochet a little bit to the side so that you can be able to access this spot here. So this is the second double crochet here. So we go inside that space with another double crochet, which is like the third double crochet, right? So we're going to do the same thing we did here. We're going to do a front post double crochet around the second double crochet of the first round. So we go under this way, pull your yarn through this way, right? Pull through two and pull through the last two. So this is what you have. So I'm going to repeat this until we get to this point, the last one. So we're going to do a double crochet on top of this third double crochet of the previous round. Then we're going to go around that double crochet with a front post double crochet this way. So this is what we have so far. So I'm going to just continue until we get to this point. Alright, so I'm almost at the end. This is the last one of this round. So we're going to do a double crochet on top of this double crochet here. Then we're going to do a front post double crochet around this double crochet here. So this is what we have right now. You should be feeling some bumps here, right? So this is what we have. So we're going to go on top of the first double crochet as usual, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. So that is how we end row 2. Right, so this is the front, of course, and this is what the back looks like, right? This is front, this is back. So the next round, what we're going to do a double crochet on the top of the first double crochet of the previous round, double crochet, right? This is a double crochet. So on top of the front post that we did, we're going to do a double crochet on the top of the front post. Now around the front post, we're going to do another front post. So a double crochet on top of the double crochet, a double crochet on top of the front post, and a front post around the front post. So I'm going to repeat it again. This is the double crochet standalone, standing by itself. We're going to do a double crochet on top of that double crochet this way, right? Then on top of the front post double crochet, this one, we're going to do one double crochet, right? Around the front post, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So I'm going to repeat that. We're going to do a double crochet on top of the double crochet of the previous row, this way. So there is a front post double crochet here. You're going to do a double crochet on top of the front post here. On top, this is a standalone double crochet. This is the front post. We're going to do a double crochet on top of it, like so. And around the front post double crochet, we're going to do a front post double crochet, just like we did in the previous round. So this is what we have as we move on. So you're supposed to have 2 double crochet, 1 front post, 2 double crochet, 1 front post, 2 double crochet, 1 front post. So we're going to repeat that pattern until we get to this point. So see you when I get here. Alright, so this is I've done the last double crochet on top of the last front post. So I'm just going to go around the last front post and do another front post like so. So this is what it's looking like right now. This is what it's looking like. So we're going to do a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet of the round. So that concludes this round. I think this is row 3. Yes, that concludes it. So this is what it's looking like so far. This is what the back is looking like. This is what the front is looking like. Alright, so the next row is going to increase. So you're going to chain 1 and do your double crochet inside that same space where you did the chain 1, right? 1 double crochet on top of this double crochet. There's another standalone double crochet here. That's 2. So we're going to do a double crochet on top of the front post, this point, on the top of it. So that makes it 3. Then we're going to do a front post double crochet, right? We're going to go around the previous front post, and we're going to do another front post. So you do the same into this standalone 1, the second standalone 2, On top of the front post, the previous front post from the previous round, we're going to do a double crochet. So we're going to do a front post around. So we're going to do a front post around the previous front post, this particular one here. So we're going to do it around this way. So at this point, with this method, you can see that we are increasing the double crochets between. Previously we had one, now previously we had two, and this one we have three. So this is how we continue. So basically what happens is, when you get to the top of the front post, that is where it increases, right? So this is one double crochet, one double crochet. On top of the front post, we do one double crochet, right? Now around the front post, we're going to do another front post double crochet. So it will make it 3 double crochets in the middle and then one front post double crochet. So this is how you will continue until you finish this round. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this round, and then when I get back, we're going to do the fourth front post row together. Then you can continue uh, on that path until you get to the desired diameter or circumference that you need, or that is required for your project. So I've not decided the measurement that I want, so I'm just going to go ahead and work and see where it leads me. So I'm going to come back here and tell you how many rows of, how many rounds of this that I did. So let me just go ahead and finish this off. Then we do row 4, and then we move on from there. So I'm almost at the end. So when you're working on projects like this, your tension matters. So if I have a particular measurement, it might not be the same as yours, probably because of the tension. Your tension might be too tight, or your tension might be too loose. Since it's crochet and it is handmade, you might not be able to predict for sure what what it will look, or what it will look like, or maybe like it will look the same. It might not look the same. If I do like 14 rows and it gave me a particular inch, it might not give you the same as mine. So your tension matters. So I started the next round. Now I've done a double crochet on top of the standalone double crochet. I'm going to do the same. So remember that previously we have 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. So in this round, definitely we're supposed to have 4 double crochets, because as we move up it increases. So this is 3. On top of the front post, we're going to do a double crochet, and then around the front post we're going to do a double crochet. That's a front post double crochet like the previous one. So at this point you should start to see the texture form. The front post starts to make texture for your beret. See, this is what it will look like. So I'm going to do this one more time, and then I'm going to go ahead and continue to work on the beret until I get to my desired circumference or diameter. So I've done 1, 2 and 3 standalones. I'm going to go on top of the front post and do 1 double crochet around the front post. I'm going to do another front post double crochet this way. So this is what we have. We're going to go ahead and finish this, and then finish the circumference the way I want it, and then we're going to come back and continue working on it. So see you. So this is what I have here. This is many this is close to about 10 inches, very close to 10 inches, and I'm still going to iron steam it. This is okay, let me just say, yeah, a little bit over 9.5. So I'm very sure that when I iron steam it, I'm going to get about 10 or a little bit over 10 inches. So it depends on you, whatever it is that you want. I didn't even count how many rows we have, but However, big you want circumference of your beret to look like, it is what you should work towards. All right, so the next step is to work on the rest of the body. I mean, the the inner side, the flip side of the body of the beret. Let's just do it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to chain one, right, on top of where we made our last slip stitch, of course. So we're going to go to the back loop of that double crochet in the back only, and we're going to do one double crochet. So single crochet twice, single crochet on top of each other this way, right? That's our first double crochet. We're going to do the same back loop only, right? So we keep doing it until we get to this point. So when we get to the second to the last, this is this standalone double crochet and the front post double crochet. When we get to this point, we're going to do things very, very differently. So we're going to do things differently. We're going to do two double crochet together, two double crochets or double crochets together. So we're going to go to the back loop of this standalone double crochet, and we're going to do a half done double crochet like so. We're going to yarn over, go to the back of this front post, and make and complete your double crochet right this way. So this is a double crochet together. So with that, we have done an increase like that. So we're going to do the same this way. This is the next one back. We're still working back loops, so we're going to go until we get to the second to the last double crochet of the previous round. So don't forget what I said. Your tension matters, your hook size matters when you're working on your project. The size I have might not be the size you have, mainly because your tension might be too tight or too loose. So I've gotten to the second to the last. This is the last standalone double crochet. This is the front post double crochet. So we're going to do a double crochet two together. So back loop only, you're going to go into the back of this one. We're going to do half done double crochet, go right into the back loop of the front post double crochet and do another half done double crochet. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and then you're going to pull through all 3. So this is what you have. We've done another increase. So I'm going to continue like that until you get to this point, and I'll see you there. All right, so I've come to the last 2 where we do the double crochet together. So this is what we're going to do, double crochet together like this. Excuse me. And then we're going to do a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet that we made for the round. So this is what it should be looking like. So basically should already be folding inward. So this is what it will look like. I have these ridges here all around. Okay, so we're going to repeat the same thing for this row, the next round. All right, so on top of the point where we made the slip stitch, we're going to chain one, do a single crochet, and on top of that single crochet, do another single crochet, and that's the first double crochet. And then you're going to double crochet every stitch until you get to the second to the last to that double crochet together that we made previously. So I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, so this is a double crochet together that we made, which is the decrease for this row, and this is the last double crochet for this round. I'm always saying row instead of saying round. Alright, so we're going to do another double crochet two together. So meanwhile, for this row, well, for this round, we're not working back loop only, we're working inside the loop inside the original loop. I forgot to mention that, so please. So we're going to work inside the original loop, and then this is the last double crochet, and then this is the two double crochet two together. So we're going to do another two double crochet two together, this and then this decrease stitch. So the same way we did it, one half done double crochet, the next half done double crochet, you have three stitches, three loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all three, and then you have another decrease here. You have another decrease here, which is this double crochet two together. So you're going to continue to do the same thing. I'm going to continue to do the same thing. Go into all the next stitches until you get to the last double crochet before the double crochet two together of the previous round. Then we're going to do another double crochet two together. Okay, so this is the last double crochet before the double crochet two together of the previous round. Sorry. So we're going to do another double crochet two together. Half done double crochet, another half done double crochet, three loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all three. So we've done another decrease. So this is what you would do for the next rows. I don't know how many rows yet, but this is what you do for the next row until you get to the particular place that you want your decrease to stop at. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm going to let you know where I stopped. I feel like I'm probably going to do like 4 rows of this decrease, or yeah, maybe 4 rows of this decrease, but I'll let you know. Then I'm going to see you then. Alright, so this is Beret at. I've done 4 rows of decrease for this, just 4 rows of decrease for this, and this is how it's looking like. It's quite wide, but I'm not even sure if it is wide enough for what I need. But then, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to leave it this way. Alright, so this is how I want it to be, right? This is where I stop. So what I'm going to do now is do um, just 1 row of single crochet. So I've done the slip stitch that we usually do. Let me move this down. So I've done the slip stitch here, and I have done the chain one. So we're going to do single crochet all around, right, in each stitch, all around, just single crochet. So here, if your tension has been loose, I feel like you should tighten your tension a little bit, because it's going to be where the head enters, and we don't want it expanding at the first use or something. So just so that it will hold steady, just make sure that the tension is a little bit tight. And if your tension has been tight from the onset, you can just keep it up for this part too, so that it holds steady. So I'm just going to do 1 row of single crochet all around. When I get back here, we'll know what to do next. Alright, so this is the first row of the single crochet all around. So if you want to leave it this way, you can, right? But I feel like I want to do maybe like 1 more or 2 more rows of single crochet. So I'm going to try that out and get back and see. I'll let you know what it's going to look like after 2 more rows or single crochet, no decreases, no increases whatsoever. So it's just single crochet all around. Two more times, so that will be 3 rows of single crochet. Okay, so this is what it looks like after two double crochet, three double this is what it looks like after three single crochet rows at the end after the decrease, right? So this is how it's looking like. We come to the end of the tutorial, so I hope you were able to learn very fast, and it's quite easy. If you need to watch it multiple times to be able to get it, I think you should, and then you can slow it down so that you can be able to, so that you won't miss anything at all. So thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to snip these ones off, just clean up all of the strands, and we're going to have a beautiful beret. So I'm not sure if I want to add stones and the rest of the designs, but this is it. And I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like it is really, really beautiful. So let me know what you think in the comments, and see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll come back for so many other tutorials, because there is more if you look on the page. Bye. So I forgot to add that you can do many other colors as much as you want, or occasions, for a costume party, for your friends, for family, and probably for people that you think might need it. And this is a good way to uh, just niche down. You can niche down on making just berets for particular people. You get what I'm saying? So you can also niche down on berets if that's what you want. So